Alright, Gavin, what do you think of these two teams?
Well, seeing as Team Jimbobad had their original competitor disqualified due to some unfortunate circumstances, they're going to have to play their game versus Team APES. Now, Team APES overall seems to have the weaker of the roster, but they had some pretty fantastic coordination with their jungler. We'll have to see how they fare up against them.
Alright, so what we do have here on the left side is Team Jimbobad against, on the right side, Team AP Environmental Science.
I recommend skipping.
So I'm guessing here Megajig is going to be pulling out one of his classic top lane tanks like Shen or Malphite, seeing as he's not very adept at anything else.
So we have seen from the side of, I want to talk about Team Apes here for starters. So Tlalin they have only played one match against Team Cloudy Smile, I believe it was. And although it was the defeat, initially in the first stages of the game, it was pretty close. So Tlalin may be looking to pull out the Evelyn again. We did see Koska playing Sivir, as well as Soldrift accompanying him with, I believe it was the Lulu. And we did see Bobby on that Yasuo against Cloudy Smile's mid laner's Rise. So they could be looking for that same type of macro-orientated comp where you do have the Sivir ultimate as well as the Rise ultimate. So ban phase is now over. Team Jimbobad choosing to ban Tristana, Garen, Jarvan. Maybe a little bit
interesting Tristana ban here. Unless that's a target ban, I don't think that's an optimal pick.
Right, and it does look like on the side of Team AP Environmental Science that they are respecting Real Zero's Malzahar.
Alright, pulling out a Malphite for Mega Giga, just as I suspected. Easy champion, he can't really mess it up. Really
so that top laner, first locked in now.
Are we gonna hop in to get some pregame analysis from these teams, or are we gonna?
Maybe in the maybe after the champ select is done.
All right. I'm really interested to see their thoughts on this match up and coming. Team Apes, I wonder they might be this match.
All right, let me give you the shoutcaster role. Okay.
All right, let's see if this works. It hasn't for the past 2 weeks. I think you're intentionally withholding them.
Now let me take a look here. Alright, okay.
Right, we do see the Kane pick coming out from Team Apes. Interesting pick here. Not very much pressure in the early games. They might be looking for more of a mid-spiking team comp with the Renekton and the Kane.
Alright, so it does look like Tlalin may be going for those kind of mid to late game spiking carries. We did see his Evelyn in that first game. Not exactly strongest early game from him, but he was able to pick out a few of Cloudy Smile's key target carries like Soonchang. But I do want to talk about this Renekton pick here. Do you think it was picked as a counter into Malphite?
Could be. It would be pretty rough a lane for Malphite up here, seeing as Renekton's massive sustain should be pretty powerful against Malphite, who has mana issues in the early game. But something else I want to point out is Real Zero's classic Anivia pick. He's pulled it out every single match of this tournament, and has never ceased to fail. I'm excited to see how he performs this match as well. And the Yasuo pick.
Okay, so Bobby, right. Opting to go for that Yasuo again. This time, he does have a little bit of the knockup set up by his team. He does have maybe the Dark and Kane coming out. And Real Zero, once again, looking for that kind of safe pick. Not really aggressive here. Just kind of wants to farm the wave out until he can get the wombo combos with Malphite. And,
I'm really confused here as to the Kaisa ban. They have full AD roster so far coming out from Team Apes. So that means they're most likely going to be picking an AD carry. So it could be pretty difficult playing into a full armor Malphite if it does get to the point where Malphite's able to stack those items.
Right, so we do see the brands ban here. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. You do have that kind of a AP tank top laner as well as the AP mid and the AP support. So yes, you're not really looking for that hybrid AD carry here. Not really looking for the brand or the Heimerdinger or the Kaisa exactly. Maybe you're looking for a Vayne here, or maybe a Caitlyn.
Maybe. I would want to see perhaps a Swain pick from Team Apes to balance out their team's damage composition.
Right, and it does look like Team Apes, if they do set up the kind of late game hyper carry here, maybe we see, like you said, maybe a Swain coming out, or Brand is banned, so maybe a Heimerdinger or something with that late game scaling potential, because Renekton and Kayn do have that kind of fall off the cliff.
I'll be funneling.
Right, so Heimerdinger...
And the Heimerdinger band coming out there, foreseeing that potential mage pick coming out from the bot lane. We'll see what he picks here.
And I do want to talk... Okay, so the Vayne...
Vayne pick to try to make up for some of that excessive AD damage. Should be able to deal with the Malphite, seeing as Vayne generally builds hybrid damage nowadays.
Right, that true damage shred from the Vayne W. Not exactly the worst thing to pick here, but yeah, like I was saying, the right choice here from the team of Jimbobad would be to pick some sort of late game scaling AD carry, not hybrid. They do need that late game damage.
Definitely need that AD damage.
Right, you
coming
do need that crit. So like I was saying, maybe the Jinx, maybe the Caitlyn,
Okay.
and the Caitlyn is locked in here.
Caitlyn having a pretty easy time in bot lane here.
Whoa, okay, so they are hovering Blitzcrank here, so that leads me to believe that this Morgana is not a Morgana support.
Is this Morgana jungle? Is that what we're seeing here? Oh!
Okay,
perhaps
so
not.
back to Trundle.
Alright.
Okay, Shyvana. So it does look like maybe I do like this ins out.
Okay.
Oh wow, okay, so
The
that
Twitch
is
pick,
actually a
interesting.
Twitch jungle.
Yeah, that's not exactly what I'd expect from their comp.
Right, Twitch jungle picked in tourney play. That is new. And I do really like the Alistar pick here, if they do decide to lock it in, especially to go with Bobby's Yasuo.
Yeah, that'll definitely help them in their team fighting.
And right,
Alright, we can
Alistar
see
locked in.
this. Alright. So both team comps looking a little bit rough here. Maybe some misdrafting. We have, from Team Jimbobad, a Twitch jungle, along with a Caitlyn. Caitlyn and Morgana being a pretty strong duo, but Caitlyn not the strongest AD carry right now. But looking like Twitch jungle, perhaps Malphite jungle? Interesting. And then from Team Apes, a full AD composition. It's going to be really tough facing up against that Malphite, especially if he does not get bullied early on into the game.
Right. And I do want to comment here about the kind of early game pressure difference between Twitch and Kayn, because Twitch is notoriously known for that strong level 2 gank, especially because they are starting the blue side, so he can start that red, get the level 2, and instantly like pop mid. And Real Zero on his Anivia, he does have that potential for the level 1 hard CC with the Anivia Q.
Alright, let's go hop in and see what they have to say about these drafts.
Alright, so we will first be moving into League Room 1, where Team Jimbobad is currently waiting in the champion load screen.
Okay.
Alright, Team Jimbobad.
Oh,
A little bit of
Danny, if we win
pre-game
this, I'm pulling this
analysis
game,
here.
okay?
Oh shit!
You guys
Wait,
are in
what?
game, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are that.
You're in the actual match?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. We'll see you later, after the game.
Okay.
Hello?
Good luck, guys.
Hello?
Back to Shoutcast it is.
Alright, good luck, guys. About their team comps.
Okay, alright. I am going to set up the Shoutcast role here so you can join this, connect to the channel.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay, alright. So let's talk about what these teams want to be doing here as they move into the round, right?
Alright, so we see high pressure Renekton pick up top and the Yasuo in mid lane. Definitely a lot of solo kill potential. In the bot lane, on the contrary, we see Vayne Alistar, which is going to have a very rough time against Caitlyn Morgana. Both of the champions quite susceptible to their opposing laners. So, I'm guessing not a lot of pressure down bot lane from Kayn, seeing as he's quite weak. Twitch is probably going to be looking to get either the bot lane or the mid lane ahead, seeing as Yasuo, if he gets behind, he's going to be looking like one of the main carries this game, seeing as they have two champions who likely are going to have knockups.
Right. So that Vayne Alistar lane I do want to talk about. Alistar did opt for the exhaust over the ignite. So
Right.
that Vayne Alistar early game pressure versus the Caitlyn Morgana wave clear, that's going to be almost non-existent. I expect to see Fresno and Zwanen. They should be pushing the Casca Soul Drift lane all the way to tower every stage of the game. Because that... That
With
early
those
game
pushes-
pressure from the Kane, that is almost non-existent as well. So they should have nothing to fear as long as they have the proper vision set up.
Yeah, with those pushes, it should allow Direx on his Twitch jungle coordinate with Anivia's pretty strong pushing mid lane for some nasty invades, hopefully. That's what I'd like to see from them.
Right, and I do think that if you were on the side of Apes here, you do want to focus your attention all in the mid lane, because Anivia, a notoriously immobile mid lane mage here, all she will do is just wave clear pre-6, and even post-6, she's just doing more wave clearing, but maybe a little bit faster.
Pretty simple-minded champion, doesn't have to actually interact with her laners for about 25 minutes straight. It's gonna be pretty tough for Yasuo to do much on his own, but with Kayn help, hopefully they'll be able to get that Anivia behind to really set up their team comp to shine in the mid game. Alright, we're getting into the game. This is the final match. Sunny Hills Jimbobad versus Sunny Hills Apes. Really exciting match. Everyone's here, yo. We're excited for this. Wait, hold on one second. Someone's breaking into our house. Yo, what's up? Sorry about that. A little bit of it. Everyone's excited for this match. There's a lot of money on the line here. So Nathan Park, you want to talk about the rewards for the winners of this match?
All right. So we do have, for the first place team, we have 1,600 RP per player.
Wow!
1,600 RP. That's like an epic skin right there.
That's pretty solid rewards right there. Anything else?
And we do have, for second place, we have one mystery icon.
Okay, alright. Definitely gonna be able to show off that bling.
Right.
Team Apes or Team Jimbobad. Even if they come out with a loss here, they'll be able to show off that icon, be able to tell that, hey, I participated into this Sunny Hills exclusive 5 versus 5 tournament.
And do make sure to sign up for our next monthly tournament, which will most likely be October, because the more player signups we have, the better rewards we can offer.
Alright, and what games are we going to be doing tournaments for in the future? More League? Overwatch? What are we talking about here, Nathan?
Alright, so right now, we are currently closing signups for the Fortnite tournament in a week. Okay?
I'm not going to be casting that one, let's be honest here. That game's god awful.
That is a cash prize buy-in tournament, and we will be putting that money into the prize pool, the top.
Wow, and how much money are we potentially looking at here, Nathan?
We are looking at 3 digits.
Triple digits! Do you understand this? Hundreds of dollars to be made just
Okay, so we have gotten unable to download
spectator data.
I guess we gotta reconnect.
Okay.
Reconnecting.
So I see why this game's dying now. Alright.
Yeah, Riot does need to fix their spectator interface, because this is
not
unacceptable.
Well optimized. Really ruining my mood for this hype game. 1,600 RP on the line here.
Small indie game.
I agree. Alright, hopefully it reloads us in and we're actually able to view the game. We'll see.
Okay, alright, okay. Let's go back all the way to 0 and we will start at the same time.
Let's settle down here, alright.
Okay, alright. I'm at 0. I'm at 0 right now.
Alright, pause it.
Alright, pause. Alright, ready to go?
Okay, 3,
2,
2, 1,
go. Okay. Alright, so now I'm at 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Okay. Okay, alright. So
spawning into the rift on the top right side, Team Apes looking for, from what we saw, potentially an invade coming down through the bot lane. We'll see how this turns out for them.
Right. And on the blue side, we have Team Jimbobad with that Twitch jungle pocket pick coming in.
Alright. Now, knowing Danny personally here, I know he really likes to pull this Twitch jungle pick out in his ranked games. Unfortunately, he likes to pretend to be one of those L9 kids, so he gets banned constantly. But it'll be interesting to see how this pans out in an actual competitive setting, which Twitch historically isn't that powerful into.
Right.
Alright.
So we do see here that the side of Jimbobad has moved into Apes' top side jungle. So it doesn't look like Team Apes has vision of
Yeah,
this.
it looks like
but
this could be a
we do see
red buff
Mastermind
early on.
1230 moving up to the red. Looks like Dyrex and Mega Giga have caught vision of that.
Mastermind living up to the name, scouting out this jungle years in advance, easily able to shut it down before it even gets started.
Alright, so it does look like Talalin actually opting for this red side start. Oh! And now Team Apes getting vision of Dyrex here.
Alright.
Doesn't look like
Team
Dyrex and Mega
Jimbobad's gonna
Giga
Looks
have
like Twitch
vision
is
of
going to
the
be a
red.
little bit late to his leash here.
Right, so it does look like he's going to be starting blue, and this is actually really important, because Twitch is going to be losing that level 2 pressure. Without that red buff, he has no slow on his auto attack, he has no form of CC, because Twitch jungle will always start E for the damage, then Q for the gank.
Yep, definitely.
So now we
Could we be
see...
seeing a power farm Twitch this game, seeing as he's starting blue, or are we going to see the classic level 2
Maybe.
cheese?
Alright, I do want to focus our attention on Talalin now. Okay, so Talalin went from his red to Raptors. He's now starting Crab, but look at Dyrex. He just finished blue. He's moving into topside
Right.
river.
Seems like he spots him here.
This may be the
could
first
be a-
skirmish of the game. Remember that Dyrex has smite?
Right.
Oh, and it ends up going over to Talalin! Dyrex
Alright,
misses the
excellent
smite!
Kane grabbing a few of those blue Kane stacks. Hopefully he does not decide to go blue Kane this game. They're really going to need the knockups to set up the Yasuo in these fights.
Okay, so actually, Talalin gets not only the crab, but he's now an entire camp ahead of Dyrex.
That really sets Dyrex behind. The late leash coupled with the stolen Scuttle Crab, it's going to be a rough start for him.
So that is almost... That's basically all of Twitch Jungle's early pressure entirely gone. So Dyrex instantly at a disadvantage here compared to Talalin.
Alright, not exactly what I expected. I thought the Twitch jungle early dominance was going to really come out against this low pressure early game Kane.
Alright, so we were actually talking about this in Champ Select if we direct our attention to the bottom side of the game. We see that Fresno and Zwanen are pushing in Casca and Soul Drift into their tower.
And by the end of this lane phase, Vayne is going to wonder what it's like to have a wave, because this is looking like this is going to be how lane phase goes for the rest of the game. The constant whittling down from the Morgana W, infinite push from the Morgana W coupled with the Caitlyn Q. Alistar looking for a small engage here, perhaps.
Okay,
Alright.
Zwanen not finding the Soul Binding. And it does look like Casca has started that Dorn Shield, but he is a potion behind the Fresno, but not exactly in the worst spot. His
Yeah,
HP
this
is
isn't-
looking kind of healthy.
With their support being low on mana, the Morgana.
Alright, so I do
already-
want to direct our attention to the side of red-blue, because we see that Talalin
Alright.
is starting his blue. Dyrex, it looks like, has vision of Talalin. It looks like he knows that
Throws
he's
the
on the
W
blue.
down, spots the Kane here, is going for the kill. Alright, forced to back off, potentially grabbing the blue buff here.
And it does look like this blue buff should go over to Dyrex.
Looks like
Oh,
he has the
actually,
back off
Dyrex
the reset.
loses the aggro onto the blue. It doesn't look like this is his game. First, missing the smite on the crab. Now, unable to secure that blue. But it looks like
Actually
he's
going
going
back
back in with the ambush.
Alright, round 2. See how this works out. Could he be stealing it over with his smite?
That blue is going down, 500, 300. The smite
Oh,
goes
he does
over to
not quite
Talalin.
get it.
But now Bobby is caught with Real Zeros and Nivea Q. Dyrex in a hot pursuit. The flash comes out from
Flash
Zwanen.
forward doesn't
Finding,
quite
not
hit,
winding.
And the flash from Dyrex not quite able to fish him off. They're caught in a pretty risky position here. Alistar looking for the WQ engage, and looks like both teams are able to successfully disengage. However, the blue buff does go over to Kane, I believe.
Right,
setting
so now
Dyrex
we
even
do
further
see
behind.
that Bobby down his flash, Talalin down his flash, Dyrex down his flash as well, and it looks like Zwanen here looking for a little bit of harass onto Talalin. Oh! And the Gromp almost going over to
Almost
Zwanen
goes over the Morgana there.
with that Tormented Soil. Okay, alright. So now, we do see Talalin on his wolves here. And looks like the base will be matched by Dyrex. Dyrex finishing the
Both
Raptors.
junglers looking to reset, get some pressure on the map.
Right, so Dyrex picking up the Skirmisher Saber and a Control Word. It looks like Talalin should be able to pick up his Skirmisher Saber
Alistar
as well.
engaged here.
Now
Looks like
Soldier
Alistar-
going aggressively here onto Zwanen. This might be first blood. The stun
Might be able to
lands.
finish her off, and she finishes off the Morgana with a final auto. Caitlyn has no heal, but she does have her flash, so she should be relatively safe. Vayne opting to go for a little tumble in for some extra poke.
So that first kill actually going over to Casca means a lot, because now Caitlyn and Morgana, Fresno, and Zwanen do not have that lane dominance.
That's
The
interesting.
lane tempo, and now Bobby in this tri-bush. Maybe looking for a gank here. It looks like Real Zero has given that kind of, that missing ping from his laner to his bot lane, but it looks like Jimbobad does not have vision of this tri-bush. It looks like they are looking to set up a dive, potentially. Asuka moving in really aggressively. Soldier not landing the headbutt combo. The binding lands, and it looks like Soldier should be going down here. A failed dive executed so poorly from Soldier, and it looks like Casca might be paying the price as well.
Alright, Yasuo not quite landing the Q, and they're all forced to back off there. A really unsuccessful play.
Alright, I do want to put our attention to that top side right now. Oh, actually, let's go back to the bot side, because Real Zero in hot pursuit of Bobby here. Bobby does not have his ultimate yet. Now it looks like the tempo going back over to the side of Jimbobad in the bottom lane. Slalom should be able to cleanly pick up his red buff here. Cyrex going to be grabbing that Gromp as well as the blue.
Very unfortunate here. We saw that the Caitlyn Morgana really was doing their job, developing that CS lead. I'm really surprised to see a kill. But unfortunately, that kill was simply thrown away with that dive. Setting it back to the, obviously, the advantage being to Caitlyn Morgana in this lane phase. And Anivia is doing what she does best, stacking her tier up, constantly pushing the wave. Should allow Direx to pull out some free camps here from Kayn. We'll see how that works out for him.
So it does look like Mastermind building up a small CS lead over Mega Giga. It looks like just about, I want to say half a wave or so, maybe a whole wave. But right. So now Bobby looking to contest this bottom side crab. Direx has vision of him. Direx also has smite up. Looks like the crab will be going over as Real Zero and Zwanen rotate up to help their jungler secure that objective. Alright, but now we see in this bottom lane that Casca has built up a sizable freeze against Fresno.
If they play this correctly, Vayne should be zoned from the farm for quite a while now.
Right.
Unless they opt to simply push it in to gain that jungle pressure, we'll see.
Okay, so Mega Giga has used his TP to get back to that top lane, so we should not be seeing any of those kind of 4v4 skirmishes in the bot lane. None of these top lane teleport team fights coming out here.
Alright. I'm surprised to see Malphite's faring quite well against this Renekton here. I would have expected perhaps a bigger CS lead coming out from the Renekton. Alright. Oh, Renekton getting engaged on here with
really aggressively here onto Mastermind. Mega Giga does have his flash up. Mastermind forced to pop that ultimate, but it looks like he will be taken down to that seismic shard. Oh, actually! Mastermind surviving, and how much HP is that? 40 HP.
Seismic shard not quite killing him there. But that does gain some pretty big tempo up in the top lane for Malphite, seeing as Renekton does not have his TP and he loses that large wave. Alright, Caitlyn Morgana opting to shove in constantly as before.
Oh, and Direx now looking to move really aggressively onto this blue buff here. Talalen is on the Raptors.
An engage
so
going
this
down
might
to the
actually
bot
go
lane
clean. Oh, okay, so Zwanen should be able to solo kill Casca here, but now
The Vayne goes into the
Solo Drift maybe looking to avenge his AD carry, but it looks like it won't be enough. The trap lands.
Finishing off the Alistar there. Massive advantage for the bot lane, nearly doubling Vayne's CS now.
And now that blue has actually gone over to Real Zero, so he will be able to keep Bobby pushed in for the remainder of laning phase. That bottom tower taken so low. Talala looking for the gank here onto Zwanen and Fresno.
Flashes forward, does not quite
Eats
land.
that binding, and now Direx looking to get the free shots with the spray and pray. Zwanen forced to pop that stopwatch. Bobby not quite landing the stopwatch. I mean, the tornado. And now Talala the first of all.
Yasuo finishing him off.
Trading over to Zwanen.
Yasuo,
but sweeping blade straight into the trap.
Interesting position here. Trapped multiple times throughout that fight. Really probably not the way he wanted that to go.
So we see Talalen looking for that hero play, coming through the wall, flashes forward, but eats the soul or the binding straight to the face from Zwanen.
I'm guessing that Kayn, desperate to try to get some kind of advantage down in the bot lane, flashes forward, does not quite execute it properly there. Unfortunately, sets them even further behind in their bottom side. You can already see the CS lead developing in nearly every lane. Double from mid lane and nearly double from bottom lane.
Real Zero, it looks like he has caught out Talonlin here. Using the wall, probably he should be able to stop that blast cone, but Mega Jig in hot pursuit! Talonlin should be falling here, and the kill goes over to Mega Jigga.
Some really aggressive gameplay from the Malphite here, not what I expected. And the tower looks like it will be going down shortly.
Bobby going aggressively here onto Real Zero. Gets that last breath off. Real Zero forced to pop that stopwatch, but now Bobby looking to go further aggressive, but Direx coming behind to support his laners. Real Zero not quite falling, but does get the passive popped. Direx and Mega Jigga looking to kill this crocodile, but he lives another day.
We are in a very unfortunate position. The bot lane forced to back off from the Morgana zoning. Not quite landing the soul binding, unfortunately.
Woo! Oh, it's
All
dark
the members
binding
of Team Apes set majorly behind this play.
Alright, Direx forced to flash out there as Talonlin and Mastermind, maybe looking for a pick. But it looks like no one is answering this Fresno Zwanin combo push, because Casca and Soul Drift just don't have the wave clear to match this Caitlyn Morgana.
Exactly as I expected the lane to go. Just constant pushing, constant poke. The Vayne's getting set massively behind due to it. Already losing their first tier tower, and it looks like they might be able to actually pick up the second tier tower uncontested. Right, and it does actually go down here. The CS goal, or the gold lead, already developing massively.
Okay, Talonlin here looking for maybe another hero play. Coming through the wall. Hopefully he doesn't eat a Dark Binding this time, and yes he does! So Talonlin just completely stopped in his tracks.
Should be able to escape pretty safely. Definitely not how they wanted this game to go. I'm guessing they wanted to look for the late game scaling, hopefully getting Vayne and Yasuo really ahead. But the CS lead, the tower advantage is already coming out so early into the game.
Oh, and Zwanin stealing away that Gromp. That's a tilter.
Kane already falling behind to the Twitch. Ooh, and Twitch stealing yet another camp from Kane here. Red buff does go to him.
Alright, Direx popping the ambush. Maybe looking for a gank here onto Bobby, but the wave is not in the best position. Whoa, Mega Jigga walking up really far there.
Interesting. I don't think they realize that you need minions to take the towers in most circumstances. Caitlyn opting to go up top lane, most likely going to be wave clearing, so Malphite can really exert pressure across the map with the threat of his ultimate.
Alright, so let's take a look at this lane here, because we do see that Real Zero is now almost doubling Bobby CS, even 14 minutes into the game. But before I talk about that, let's look at this top lane. Mastermind caught out by the Caitlyn traps.
Ooh, and another auto goes down. Gonna force Renekton to be here.
Dark Binding not quite landing.
And yet another tower goes over to Team Jimbobad.
So these are some really great rotations we're seeing from Fresno and Zwanin. They first take that bottom tier 3 tower, and seeing as though Talonlin keeps staying at around his topside Mastermind, now they went and took the tier 2 tower as well. Now rotating topside to maybe grab the tier 3 as well as the tier 2. Talonlin again looking towards that topside, and Mega Jigga looking to go aggressively here onto Casca, but now Talonlin is caught out. The Ignite comes down, the blast auto from Fresno, taking out Talonlin.
Will this be another second?
Whoa, and the Dark Binding landing here. The trap should land as well. Mastermind drops to that Tormented Soil. Bobby in hot pursuit, the Ignite comes out.
The bot lane of Team Jimbobad caught out here, both of them going down. Yasuo picking up some nice kills there.
Right, and those are actually shutdowns as well. That was a, yes, I believe a
600 and 600 gold shutdown going to the Yasuo here.
Alright,
Malphite able to split push nearly uncontested here, getting half HP with his 50 damage auto attacks.
Talonlin looking to fight Mega Jigga here. I think that this is a losing fight for Talonlin, but this dragon should be going over to Jimbobad uncontested.
Complete map control by Jimbobad. You can already see the gold lead massively developed. Most likely, all objectives, Rift, Herald, Baron, are going to be going over to them if this trend continues throughout the match. So how do you think Team Apes is going to be able to get back into this match, get back on their feet?
Alright, so what Team Apes are looking to do here, they want to slow this match down as much as they can. They want Bobby to first be able to finish one item at least. He's only sitting on a Zeal. I think, oh, he is actually sitting on 2,000 gold. He just finished the base.
Yeah.
So
Able
he
to finish
did.
off his Phantom Dancer.
Yeah, he finished that Phantom Dancer. He bought that BF sword, but that's still not enough. They want him to have that fully completed Infinity Edge, and then maybe look towards that Lifesteal or Armor Pen item. But before we talk about that, let's look in the mid lane because Talon may be looking for a gank here onto Fresno.
Absolutely.
And it looks like, yeah, so Team Apes has vision of Zwanen in that red buff bush.
And the Caitlyn already so ahead,
those...
really exerting her dominance here, poking down the members of Team Apes.
Right, but if you take a look at F2, oh, whoa, okay, alright, so Zwanen moving in really aggressively here. Mastermind slowly forced out of his own base. Oh, Dyrex! The ambush so sneaky, so invisible there. Going back into the shadows.
Gasso potentially looking for an engage, no? Alright, and he backs up.
Okay, so Zwanen looking for the flank here onto Mastermind. It looks like Mega Jiggle wants to put this dive down, but they flash onto Zwanen. Zwanen's so squishy here.
Mega Jiggle landing the double ultimate, flashing the Kayn back into his team. It should be a pretty easy finish from them. Vayne tumbling in, Alistar landing defensively.
It looks like the first of all should be Dyrex here. This should be a cleanup for Casca. The first kill goes over to Casca. Dyrex the first of all. Next is Mastermind. But Fresno coming in and doing this free damage onto Casca. Zwanen's solo here, not even 200 HP. Lance is Dark Binding. The third kill going over to Casca. And it looks like Soldier should be able to block this ace in the hole.
A 1 versus 1. Under tower for Vayne though, both having similar HP values. Vayne able to lifesteal up. Let's see how. Oh!
Whoa! Casca finally landing that last shot. So that was 4 kills over to Casca. And the ace coming over from Bobby.
Ace coming out from Team Apes. Not what we expected here. Vayne getting 5 and 1 off of that single play. Really a big throw. Not what I expected to come out from Team Jimbobad.
So Vayne is now. Casca is actually now sitting on 2,500 gold. He should be able to base here and begin building that Ginsu's or maybe opting for the Phantom Dancer. But I do want to say that Fresno is still leading by about almost 2,000 gold here. Fresno sitting on...
Yeah, with that CS advantage, it's king here, along with the turrets. Even though Vayne did pull out several kills right there, it's simply not enough to close that lead. It really shows you how far behind he was. Some good play coming out from Team Apes. Some good defensive play coming out. Fighting under the towers, really interesting from Team Jimbobad. Perhaps getting a little greedy, a little hasty to end this game as fast as possible before the opposing team is able to scale.
Right, I definitely don't like that kind of decision making that came out from Jimbobad. Because first Zwanen was walking, or Mega Jigga was walking up to look for a dive onto Mastermind, but it looked like Zwanen wasn't fully committed. He was coming for the flank, but it looked like Mega Jigga wanted to commit fully, but Zwanen kind of walked up, hesitated, walked back, and then he walked back up again, and at that point, Mastermind and Talon were able to flash on him. Dark Binding lands now onto Mastermind.
From that play, it simply looked like miscommunication. The teams simply were not on the same page.
Right.
Now, an interesting build coming out here from Vayne. She's opting for the Phantom Dancer rather than building out the Rage Blade. Usually we see a Rage Blade coming out second item here, especially seeing as her team is mostly composed of AD.
Right, and I do want to talk about the fact that Vayne has yet to actually upgrade the boots. I think that she was sitting on around 2,800, so perfect buy for the Phantom Dancer, but I do think that it would have been a wiser option to perhaps finish the Ninja Tabi or the Berserker's Greaves, but let's talk about that later. Bobby going really aggressively here onto Real Zero. The teleport coming out from Mega Jigga to save his mid laner. Looks like this tower should be going down.
Really aggressive pushing from all lanes here. Top lane second tier should go down quite easily. Another dive. Have they learned their lesson?
Oh, okay, Soldier going aggressively here, Mastermind the first to fall. The wind wall doing so little to actually block this spray and pray from Dyrex. I really wish that Bobby here would be looking to save,
Yasuo
utilize that
wind
wind
wall.
wall properly. You gotta
versus
really gotta
Vayne,
save
or
it for when
Twitch's abilities.
Direct pops that ultimate.
Yeah, definitely. It's Yasuo picks really should his main focus should be protecting his team from the Twitch spray and pray. Otherwise, they're simply gonna get wiped off the rift.
Alright, so I am a little bit disappointed with Jimbobad's decision making there. I do think that after those two picks, they should have been able to cleanly take that top inhibitor, especially with a long range ADC like Fresno. They should have been able to take that top inhibitor tower, the top inhibitor, and then rotate over to the Baron. We see
Another
blue
blue
buff
going
going
over
over
to
to Real
Vivian.
Zero.
Should be another free dragon for Team Jimbobad here. Not much are gonna be teammates.
Oh, and after this game, I will be busy for the next game, so I do think you should talk to Richard to get a secondary caster or Joseph. But before, you can start doing that right now. It looks like Jimbobad starting to move into this mid lane here. They really want this mid inhibitor. Dyrex currently soloing the Infernal Dragon.
Ooh, just more pull coming out from bot lane. Oh, the Renekton does go down.
Wow, that Fresno damage with the crit and the traps are just so much. But now Mega
Fighting
Giga using his
versus
ult
five.
aggressively. Fresno finding a second kill onto Bobby. The third kill going over to
And it's
Zwanin. That's
simply
Koska.
The siege and the wave clear. Too much for Team Apes to handle this early into the game.
This should really be more than enough to actually close the game out. Zwanin going really
Alright.
aggressively here, almost dies, but the heal from Fresno is able to save him.
Fresno-
Soul Drift the last to fall. And now we see an ace coming out from Jimbobad. This
The
should be
mid lane
enough to
inhibitor
close the
going
game.
down. Will they push for the end here is the question. And it looks like no, they will
Wow,
not.
okay, so they're choosing... Oh, okay, so this is again another instance of miscommunication we see from Jimbobad. It really looked like Fresno wanted to close that game out there, but maybe...
But Dyrex looking really... He really wants that those Raptors.
Right, he really wants these Raptors. The rest of his team still sitting in Apes' base, but Dyrex moving towards this jungle. I'm not sure of his decision-making here,
I'm
but...
guessing it's the solo queue mindset coming in from the Twitch. I have to be the carry, stealing all farm from the jungler, not grouping with his team ever. Definitely gonna have to discuss that one with his with him during the post-game analysis on this.
Right, and I really think that Fresno's damage there was just absolutely crucial winning that fight. Because he was
Monstrous
able to take out Mastermind in 3 autos. It was incredible. 1 trap was all it took.
Yeah, definitely gonna be. No, she's simply not gonna slow down this game. The Caitlyn already so far ahead. The only way Team Apes gets back into this is from farming super minions for about an hour straight.
Alright, so we are now looking at a 14,000 gold lead. And Bobby, oh!
forced to
Preemptively
flash
using
away.
that flash to dodge the Mega Giga's unstoppable force. But wow. It really looks like Apes here are
That
not in a
constant
position... They are not in a position to be able to be pushing out into their jungle here.
Looks
Mega
like
Giga in
Team
hot pursuit of
Jimbobad
Tlalin.
won
It's
quite aggressive
Tlalin!
here,
He's
chasing him in the
forced
face,
to actually
getting
just...
engaged on.
Woo!
The Caitlyn does get away. The Caitlyn goes down to the main flash auto attack. However, Team Apes taking some major damage. Twitch coming in here and looking to finish him off with the spray and pray. Maybe coming in for the flank.
Whoa, Bobby not quite using that wind wall as well as I would have hoped.
Easily
He
finished
does go
off.
down to Real Zero. So Koska there actually, he was crucial for Team Apes to be able to win that fight, but he tumbled straight into the enemy team, ate a Dark Binding to the face, and instantly got shredded. I really wish that Koska had played that fight a little bit better. He even has the QSS here, and he actually chose not to use it. Real Zero fountain diving here. Has to
Getting
get spot.
finished off
Oh, and
easily.
he actually gets executed. Does not go down to Soul Drift. This first match
Well, the end
will be
here-
going over to Jimbobad. Oh, actually, whoa. Another instance of miscommunication from Dyrex. Dyrex
ending
maybe
looks
looking...
like Dyrex-
Dyrex going back into his jungle instead of ending this game. I'm so disappointed with Dyrex's play.
I'm really surprised Dyrex didn't go for the Krug, seeing as that's been his main priority all game. Do nothing but farm.
Okay, so... Wow, alright. I really was expecting an end there, but Dyrex, okay, not quite using his ambush and his damage to the fullest extent.
I'm guessing
Maybe
he's
his
simply
team told him
coming
to
out
back out, but...
He really seems to want to go for that late game scaling, which seems unnecessary at this point into the game.
Right, so we keep seeing Tlalin here getting caught out by the enemy. Tlalin, or sorry, not Tlalin, first Mastermind. So Mastermind was the kind of front line here. I believe he ate a Dark Binding. was forced to flash out.
Mastermind constantly getting poked down from the Caitlyn traps.
Right, and then
Really?
Tlalin was just kind of gunned down by Fresno. He was forced to actually queue aggressively into Fresno and Zwanin so that he could use his ultimate to kind of save himself. Alright, Dyrex popping the ambush here, looking to go really aggressive. Bobby still has a win wall. So Dyrex, it looks like Dyrex has not used the spray and pray yet. Guess I heard the sound cue wrong. Oh, wow, okay.
Right.
A really uncharacteristic play from Fresno here. He, oh, okay. Mega Jigga using the unstoppable force onto the backline. Casca
That's going down onto Mega
pops
Jigga.
that ultimate, uses a tumble defensively, but here comes Dyrex with the spray and pray. The first to fall is Mastermind, the next will be Tlalin. Goes down to real 0. Casca here.
looks like
Whoa,
Dyrex
Casca
is
caught out as well. Bobby not using that
Potentially
win
looking
wall
for the end. Will
properly.
he go for the dive?
Soul Drift.
Farming once again instead of ending the game.
Wow, so Bobby once again not using that win wall properly.
Perhaps a little BM.
Whoa,
coming
eats
out
the Dark
here.
Binding, and he
And he
will
goes
be
down
Fountain
in
Dome.
ace. Really proving the dominance of Team Jimbobad in this game. Easily able to clear out Team Apes without a single tower going down. Let's get some of their insight after that match. Let's go to Team Jimbobad first.
Woo! Wow, I'm really disappointed with how Casca played those last 2 fights. I feel that he had enough damage there to kind of play it properly, but the kiting just wasn't there. He ate a Dark Binding. Oh, all right. Let's take a look at the post game with Team Jimbobad, the victors.
The same
Wait,
game.
not Pedro.
Jimbobad.
Oh,
You guys are
wow.
going
Oh, God, oh,
1-0
God.
on your series. Now let's not forget, 1,600 RP is on the line in this coming up match. Now I want to speak
Okay.
specifically to Dyrex here. So you
Yes.
seem to instead of ending the game, you opted to farm Raptors. I'm
Oh
kinda
yeah,
interested in
my,
those
my,
plays.
my mid laner told me not to do it, so you know.
Oh, okay, understand.
Wait.
All right.
Whoa.
Mid laner.
Hello?
Drake is the shot caller on our team,
Wait,
so
what?
And once again, Dyrex, some of your early game invades not quite turning out for you.
Gavin, it's all about the mental war. I was winning
Okay.
the mental warfare.
Hell
Like,
no.
being constantly in fear, scared of that Twitch potentially popping